Hello. Today we're going to go over how to do plan labeling. Since the advent of ORD, the plan labeler that was a part of GeoPack is no longer present. But now that we have new tools to accomplish the same tasks. Again, I'm using the latest ORD software with the latest FDOT Connect. You'll see these are the versions that I'm running as of November 2020. And what I'm sitting here is in my plan file. I'm sitting in my plan file, and I have reference to this file, all the the aerials, the right-of-way, the alignments, the terrain model. But then I also have this text file. This text file is where I want to do all my labeling in. You have the option to actually go into each of the models and do your text labeling in here. But then if I need to do any resheeting or manipulation of the sheets, I would lose all the labeling that I've done. By doing this in a text document, that's not the case. So what we'll do is now get into that text document and reference this plan to that, which I've already done, so I'll show you what I've done here. I'll open the text document. And now you'll see I'll go to the references, and you'll see I have referenced the plan file to it, but I've referenced it, if I highlight it, with live nesting of depth of 1, so therefore I can see all of its files, which are the same ones, the aerial, the right-of-way, and the alignments, and the terrain model. So what we're going to do is now do our labeling in here. So now to orient our view, just straight microstation, rotate view, my 2 points. We'll use those borders from the plan label to help orientate our view so everything is right side up when we do our sheet printing. And I'll zoom into one of these sheets and let's just do something straightforward like a station offset. That requires us to select an element so we can read. It reads a intelligent element such as the alignment and gives us our station and offset values. So now, labeling is now under the Drawing Production tab. I click on the tab and I have these tools available, and right here, Place Label. Now, since we're using ORD, and this is from the Open Roads workflow, so the Open Roads modeling workflow, this is controlled by ORD, and it's not just the straight MicroStation place label tool. It now has its influence, and DOT has been kind enough to provide considerable setup. So click on the place label. When the dialog changes, you have the ability to place label with a leader or without a leader. But now you have the option to place cells or text favorites. Let's first look at text favorites. These are customizable, predefined settings that DOT has provided for us. And you'll see there's a ton of different options. I'm going to first take a look and show you. They've organized them in a fashion by putting an _PL for plan labels, _PR for profile labels, and _XS for cross-section labeling tools. And then, so let's go to first, let's place station offset like I mentioned earlier. This one currently does not show a dimension style, so we can go and just select the FDOT dimension, and since we selected this one that says plan station offset, it's asking us down here to identify an element. So I'm going to select this alignment here. I select the alignment, now it's asking me to select a point. So I'll do a data point right off to the left of the alignment. This alignment is going from left to right, and you'll see tied to my cursor, I have the arrow, I tied to my cursor, and you see it's dynamically jumping from side to side. I have my text. And notice that it's right now all zeros, and it says right. Well, that's because I haven't placed it yet. Well, as soon as I place it, it gives me the proper station value for the alignment I selected, and it gives me the offset and to what side, left. If I were to do the same thing and click on the same exact point and place it over here, you'll see it just rotates it around. I come on and I data point to the other side. You'll see I have, now it says right side. And that's using a text favorite. Let's do the same thing now using a text cell, because text cell gives you actually more flexibility. You control it. Say you want to have a line underneath here, you can now place a box. Like again, these are all provided by DOT, so they're set up to how DOT wants labeling done. You can get in here and customize it, but that's not the point of this video. This is just using the DOT options. So we're going to change this from text favorite to cell. And I'm going to go over here and click on this to expand. Give it a second. You just got to load all the cells. DOT has created a quite extensive set. And you'll see they again put prefixes like right away. So let's go find a proposed station offset. And if there's a dimension style that has the same name, it automatically jumps to that. So use that dimension style. I will now, again, I'll select the same exact point, click here, and now, again, this is currently, this is a default value. As soon as I data point, it places it. You'll see it's the exact same value as what I was placed with the other tool, but now I have the option of having it deliver. I can come over here and click here. You see, the labeler works has the exact same. I didn't double point, click twice. There. See, it has the exact same values. Notice these are slightly larger. That's because of the preferences, but it's still affected by our scaling tool. See how everything scales up and down depending on what you set your scale for when you go to plot. So now that I place these out here, you see they're inside the border. I placed them inside the border here. You'll see these are now in our sheet. So if we go back to our plan sheet, and now I'll go use Explorer to jump into I think that was plan 5. No, 4. There. You see all the text that we placed, and it's inside. And if I have to resheet this, I won't lose that. That's always there. And I can add more text, and so on. And this is basically the best way of doing your plan labeling, by doing it into a text document, a text file, and referencing, as opposed to actually doing it in this file. I can label in here as well. I can come over here and place a label in this file as well. Same thing, and I can select the alignments. This is all intelligent, so it's telling me I'll do the same one. I'll select cell, drop down. I'll do the exact same one. Station offset, and actually, excuse me, I'm in the sheet model right now. I actually have to change it to the actual this file. I have to change it to this this view for the labeling to work. So I identify this element, and then I can go ahead and data point. And it does the offset and labels. And if you want to change the chain, you just select, basically click on place label again, and then it'll give you the ability to select an element. So I can select this chain, and then I can data point here, and now I'm to the right of that alignment, and it's giving me that station for this alignment. Okay, but now these two texts that I just placed here, if I have to resheet, I'll lose them. And to do the labeling, I have to jump from file to file to file, each one. Where in my other way of doing it, by getting into the text file, I change my orientation, my rotation, right, rather. Do my labeling, then since this is saying I can move over and do labeling here, but if I want to make sure the orientation is perfect, I quickly, again by 2 points, grab the borders, rotate it, and I can do labeling in here. Let's go to one that is skewed. I can come over and do the rotation for this one. So that's rotated. I can do my labeling in that file for that file, and then once I do all the labeling, I go into each of the subsequent sheets. It'll all be available to me. With that, I conclude this training. Thank you very much.